go backstage. I go to Kevin. I say, Kevin, I'm a new comedian, man. It's an honor to meet you, bro. Like, can I open for you, right?
How do you feel about people, like for instance Kevin Hart, like how people, expect somebody like that to say?
Oh, let me tell you something right now. Everybody watching this, if you do comedy, Kevin Hart is not coming to save you. Okay? Kevin Hart cannot save everybody. Kevin Hart is one of those people that he is magical. He is a comedy businessman, guru, king, Mr. Box Office. He's amazing. However, Kevin Hart cannot save everybody. What Kevin Hart has done is Kevin Hart has created an opportunity for so many comedians, so many of my friends. I can say he's given them a special. I can't say given because they've earned it because they're very funny. He's produced their special. He's executive produced films that had them in it. He's done things. He's created a network. He does the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. LOL Network came about from the Just for Laughs, where there were none of us being represented up there. And he brought a slew of comedians that look like us to perform on that stage in front of the industry that they would not get the chance to perform in front of. That is amazing. Nobody can take that away from him. However, a lot of comedians now are having the work ethic of, well, as soon as Kevin Hart see me, it's over, boy. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. It's like, bro, he's not coming. Like, work hard, and if that happens, that's amazing. But you have to work as if nobody's coming to save you, that you have to save yourself. And he has no responsibility to anybody. I worked with Kevin Hart on BET's Comic View. Okay? Let me take it even further back. I was a fan of Kevin Hart before anybody knew who Kevin Hart was as far as Midwest flyover states. I was a fan of his back with Paper Soldiers. I was a fan of his when he did Life in the Big House before people found out about it on YouTube. I was a fan before Soul Plane. So by the time Soul Plane came out and everybody bootlegged it and he was performing, he came to Detroit, him and Lavelle Crawford. This is like 05, 06. And I go backstage. Now, mind you, this theater sat 800 people. There might have been 300 or 400 people there because the promoter didn't do his job. And I'm like, yo, how's this place not sold out? You got Kevin Hart and Lavelle Crawford. This is Lavelle before Breaking Bad and Kevin right after Soul Plane. I go backstage. I go to Kevin. I say, Kevin, I'm a new comedian, man. It's an honor to meet you, bro. Like, can I open for you, right? And he's like, man, I kind of got my guy already who was at the time Rich Salter out of Philly. And he gave me his number. I kept in contact with him every time I would see him coming to Detroit, or anytime that I was in LA, I would try and be where he was. He's just a great guy. I remember running into him. As the years go by, I ran into him continuously. I was guest hosting a show for D-Ray. He was out of town. He does a Monday night guest hosting for D-Ray. Kevin is about to do a pop-up on stage. I give him the best intro possible. I'm like, yo, ladies and gentlemen, this man has changed the way that Hollywood sees black comedians. He shows up on time. He ain't on drugs. This brother is liked by everybody. He's professional. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to bring up Kevin Hart. I bring him up. He's like, yo, thanks, man. It's cool. Afterwards, I'm talking to Kevin. I say, man, I have to ask you. I'm at a point now where I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get to that next level. And I'm like, how did you get to the next level? Like, what should I do? And this is why I appreciate him, because he didn't give me any vague advice. He's like, man, I pride myself on being at the right place when lightning is about to strike. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, basically, you go to where it's popping and you take yourself from there. You know what to do when you're in those scenarios. And I'm like, yeah. Like, why am I wasting my time going to an open mic after I'm already past the open mic stage? Why don't I go so now I can showcase my skills? Now there's a get together. There's some people that I want to work with. Let me get over there. Let me try and create a relationship. Not try and get the gig. Let me try and create a relationship. because the relationship is way more important than trying to get hired as stand-in or person number one. So if I can make a relationship with somebody, it's a relationship that will stand the test of time. And by him giving me that information, that advice, helped me then restructure my game. It no longer became, oh, let me go to the comedy club every night. Hopefully somebody see me. It was, let me first know what I want to do, which at that time was break in from writing, break in from acting, and go into these moments where I knew that I would be able to meet the people who could help guide me, or at the very least, I could meet people and find out what not to do. And the reason I say that is because Kevin Hart gets so much flack from comedians, and he gets hated on from so many people, that I felt that this was the opportunity for me to say something to glorify this man, to actually to say to you, I'm not somebody that he's produced a special, he hasn't had me on any of his shows or his movies. This was me saying thank you to a brother that has changed the game to where comedians can then again be respected and move forward. And that brother doesn't get enough of that credit beyond the backlash that he gets. This is somebody who's completely uninvolved with Kevin Hart saying, Kevin, thank you for what you're doing for not only comedians, but people in this business.